I think I'd snap this off. I think I'd snap this off on the draw, or mulligan this on the draw. But I think on the play this is fine. We have a lot of ones and twos we could draw to make it like pretty reasonable as well. Any chance of Fae or yeah, potentially. I've still got a month. I've got a lot of different options, so it's probably fine against Blooming Marsh. We can cast all of our spells in this deck, and it is glorious. Any dows? This will probably fetch a Temple Garden since we already drew our third blue. Important thing to remember is that we need trip. The Elvish Visionary is our first play. Okay. Hey, Rudy Kaiser. Kaiser. Hey, at any rate, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I really appreciate that. There's a lot of people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Welcome. So, at some point we'll draw a spell, hopefully. It's gonna land out of our deck here. Hey, Avian. Evening. They have a 3-mana Lord here. Yeah, we'll just get our Reflector Mage on here now. Blocks. Well, our hopes for drawing spells still hanging in the wind. Send that back from where it came. Get in my chip shot here, I guess. What's going on? What's the win condition without Ballista? Well, you can kill all their lands with Acidic Slime. You can make infinite 3/3s and gain infinite life with Thragtusk. You can draw your entire deck, so a lot of different things. An Aether Vial based Naru list. That's interesting. It's interesting. God, we just actually haven't drawn a spell. Just actually just 0 spells. Should we get rid of their token here? We play at least 4 spells, right? We've got Double Mage, Nissa. Worth noting that these are better than Path to Exiles would have been here. So we got that going for us. Evening Immortal. I'm gonna take... I guess I just double block if they attack. Yeah. Alright, so what does that let me do? Does that let me combo? I think that lets me combo. It's not a fully infinite combo, right? Is it? I have to count. So I need 10 altogether. I'm 1 short, right? This is a deck that I built, yes. So I need 10 mana because I have to chord for 4 plus cast Ghostly Flicker to combo. Can I give them a turn with Arc Druid? Probably not. Do I have anything useful in my deck to go get here? Maybe. I can chord for Eternal Witness and then Ghostly Flicker, Eternal Witness, Reflector Mage, and pick my Ghostly Flicker back up or my Chord of Calling. That doesn't really accomplish much though, right? I guess it like lets me start using my Reflector Mage every turn. It's a shame my Linvala's in the sideboard right now. Otherwise, that would be an easy pick. I think I just pass and hope they don't have Azuri. I am pretty bald. Yeah, starting next turn I can bounce everything, which is nice. Amped Phil with the $10 donation. Thanks, bud. Put this towards the Grixis Reveler I asked about. Goblin Stream had me laughing for hours. I need you to remessage me wherever you sent me that deck list, please. I look at a lot of lists every day. That's true. We get to Chord for Mystic Snake here if they have Azuri. Wilson Vita, thanks for the 4-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. All right, so there's that. There's a deck list on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck in chat to get a link to the deck list. So I have to counter that, right? It's not optional. We do get to flip Nissa next turn. Do I survive the next turn? Yeah, I think so. I think I want to leave my Reflector Mages up as blockers. Don't spend this all in one place. Thanks for the bit. I'm glad I put Linvala on the sideboard. She's real good in this matchup. So is Profaner of the Dead. Profaner of the Dead is pretty good. Yeah, there's a few things that are new tonight. I have a bunch of Reflector Mages in the list because Reflector Mage, Eternal Witness, Ghostly Flicker is like a pretty sweet soft lock. Yeah, Profaner was, after we lost to Marty Pyromancer in the last league, I was like, I need an answer to tokens. And I was just like, oh, Profaner's like an okay answer to tokens and banned. And it does more than that too, obviously. Has some good utility. Yep. Hopefully just attack for 6 here and then pass the turn. Oh fuck, do they have another Azuri? They have another Azuri, we're dead. Are we dead? Close to it. They have another Azuri, they can play it plus activate. Nope, that's not an Azuri. But then I don't have Ghostly Flicker and Chord of Calling in my hand, and ideally I want to untap with Ghostly Flicker and Chord of Calling because it lets me combo my opponent. And I only wanted to burn the Chord and not have it if I wasn't going to combo my opponent. Alright, so what do we got? This is 14, right? This is 8, 11, 14. Just like no blocks. Right? 8, 11, 14. I guess I would like to be a little bit above 1 in the event that they have the elf next turn. Yeah, so I'll take 11 here. And we're looking to draw a Naru or a Chord of Calling. So I get a redraw here thanks to Nissa. Looking for a Naru or a Chord of Calling. It's an Eternal Witness. I think that means we're dead. I should take this and squeeze it over here so you can see it. Yeah, that's pretty impressive considering we just like didn't draw any spells this game. That's close. I drew this and then Chord of Calling. Just double checking to make sure I'm not missing anything here, because even if I like bounce these, we're still just getting beat down, right? Yeah. Nothing to do. Sometimes you feel like, God, it was the next fucking card. So, again, for people that aren't familiar with what we're doing, if we have 7 mana with Naru and Ghostly Flicker, we get to repeat any come into play effect we have into play an arbitrarily larger number of times. So we'd have gotten to Reflector Mage their entire board there if we'd have hit a Naru. If you like have a Wall of Omens in play, you get to draw your entire deck. You also get to generate an arbitrarily large amount of mana because you can sit there and blink a land while you do it as well. So Linvala and Profaner are definitely coming in. Acidic Slime. I wonder if I'm just supposed to keep this because of how it interacts with the combo. I could see that being a possibility. I don't know what exactly I'm supposed to cut here. I probably don't need the Selfless Spirit. I definitely want Profaner Linvala. Do I need Mystic Snake? I probably don't need Mystic Snake, right? I guess it was okay there, but like, is that actually? I probably don't want this Nissa long term. Like, she was cute there, but like a lot of our games probably aren't going to get that far. Like, she was just like a 2/2. She was just like a shitty Borderland Ranger. I think I like this. Nah, I think Sphere's too slow. I think by the time it comes down, they've already done their thing most of the time. If you would have Chorded for Witness, you get back Chord, which you then Chord for Witness, get back Chord, and then I could flick. I do end up with both back in my hand, don't I? Because the original Witness comes into play. Okay, yeah, you're right. I could have should have Chorded for Witness and got back Chord and then flickered the Reflector Mage and the Witness, and then I end up with both in my hand and could do my thing the following turn. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I fucked up. We didn't have any spells, but I had all the spells I needed. Which is like this plus a couple of things. No, I think Dispel is narrow. The Green-Black Elves deck generally doesn't play Chord of Calling. I think boarding in Dispel against their 4 copies of Collected Company is pretty bad. Even if they had Chord of Calling, I probably wouldn't want to board it in. No, but you could Naru with like Tidehollow Sculler and take their whole hand. Because Tidehollow Sculler is boarded in a different manner. Sounds okay. It needs some lands in it, but like we've got Coiling Oracle and Wall of Omens here to hit some lands, hopefully. And like these cards block, which is nice. Yeah, I definitely fucked up that last game. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that if I Witnessed, I was only going to end up with Ghostly Flicker or Chord back in my hand, but the Chord putting the Witness into play picks the Chord back up, and then flicking the Witness picks the Flicker back up, so I would have been fine. And then the Azuri wouldn't have been lethal because I would have put their Archdruid back in their hand. Right on time, Coiling Oracle. Or Noble Hierarch, hopefully. And this Coiling Oracle is a professional and puts a green land into play for us here. Please, Coiling Oracle, I love you forever. God, what a fucking tilt. I guess we get to do this plus this next turn. This is the first match of this league. We're down a game because I messed up the first one. It's a little medium. It's possible, like with both of these in the open, maybe I was supposed to mulligan. If they have a fast hand, we could die pretty quickly. Well, I do have this 0-4. I'm a big fan of this 0-4. It's also possible I should have boarded in my... It's also possible I should have boarded in my Path to Exiles to tag their Archdruids and stuff. The record command is disabled because it's incorrect most of the time. It's faster for me to just tell you what the record is than explain that the record command doesn't work. I don't know how the bot does it, but I need to talk to Dan and ask him if there's a way to just like get rid of it so the bot doesn't respond and say it's disabled, so it's just not there. I think I just do this and then play this Noble Hierarch and just like try and work towards a Ghostly Flicker here. Reflector Mage is not a terrible pickup because it means if they do put something scary into play next turn, I can Reflector Mage it. We're at 5 mana here, which means our next turn is probably going to be cast Witness, pick a fetch land back up, cast Reflector Mage, bounce whatever your 3-drop is. Unless, of course, they pass with Company. But if they pass with Company, we can then Mystic Snake it. So, like, if they pass with 4 mana up, obviously we're just, like, going to pass our turn back and, like, Mystic Snake their Company at our end step. I love when people find extra prime for me. Thanks, Sarim. It's funny, my own mother, I'll be talking to her on occasion, and my work will come up, and she'll go, oh, I haven't given you my Amazon thing for a while. And she'll, like, log into her Twitch account and, like, send me her prime. Sarim's mother. Thanks, I appreciate that. Alright, that's pretty scary. The Green-Black Elves deck is very, very good. Super powerful. I wonder if I'm just supposed to hold Mystic Snake now. If I hit a land drop, I'm probably just going to hold Mystic Snake up. Yeah, I hit the land drop, huh? So the appeal to playing Eternal Witness here is that it guarantees me a 7th land, so that way if next turn I draw a copy of... If next turn I draw a copy of Ghostly Flicker, I can combo, which is kind of appealing. I feel like I'm just supposed to pick my... I feel like I'm supposed to go, like, Witness Mage here. I could go Witness Mage and, like, get really bold and Reflector this, and then I can Mystic Snake it on the way back down, because then they can't cast this next turn. The only way they can get me is Company into this. I kind of like that. I'm pretty sure I'm casting... I'm gonna Witness Reflector here, because I think it gives us the best possible chance to actually win the game by ripping a Ghostly Flicker. But I'm not sure what I want to Reflector Mage. Here are my daily ad bits. I should probably focus on work again. I'm not sure how late I'm going to be on tonight. If this league goes quick, I might do a second, but I'm not sure. I'm just not sure what I want to Reflector. I feel like the most conservative play is honestly just pick this up, which feels really weird, but... Yeah, I'm going to send the Visor back to their hand, just so they can't Visor me again next turn. Or send the Shaman, someone said Visor in chat, send the Shaman back to their hand so they can't Shaman me again next turn. I'm going to tell you a really dirty secret about corporate America. The more money you make, the less you actually work. That is a dirty, dirty secret about corporate America. I killed my Reflector Mage. All right. Well, that's aggro. All right. I think I'm just doing this. I don't think I'm going to trade this because Ghostly Flicker gives it a lot of value. So if we rip Ghostly Flicker, we should win the game here. You're responsible. You're responsible for more people's stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, can you just... Oh yeah. That's the fucking good shit right there, chat. That's the... Alright, let's Alrighty, well, let's do it. Let's do it. I think I'm supposed to pass to them because we want a Mystic Snake. Although I can't Reflector Mage their entire board if I... Although if I Reflector Mage their entire board, I don't care about the Shaman anymore. Yeah, okay, alright. So let's not mess this up. Control key engaged. Alright, so you Ghostly Flicker. You retain priority. In response to the Ghostly Flicker, you play Naru. So now Naru copies the Ghostly Flicker. And now this Ghostly Flicker is going to copy Naru, and is going to target Naru, and it's going to target my island. So now we get an arbitrarily large number of blink effects, unless they drew another dismember. So then Naru is going to copy Ghostly Flicker. And then Ghostly Flicker is going to target... Oh, this doesn't work how I want, does it? No, I'm going to get to Chord for a Reflector Mage. This is about to be really tedious, but it's going to work. We're probably about to time out. This is probably a bad deck to be playing on Magic Online. Oh, I should have stacked those in the other way. I had to stack those in the other way, actually. Sorry, I'm still new to this. So, what's going to happen here is we're going to draw our entire deck while having infinite mana, because we have infinite mana by blinking Naru plus blinking our lands. God, this is terrible on Magic Online. Oh, this is fucking great. And at some point, I'm going to draw Chord of Calling, and then Chord of Calling is going to let us grab. How does this work? So I just keep going. Oh god, this is going to be so bad to click through. All right, I'm just going to generate a bunch of mana here really quick because this is quick to generate mana. I'm going to miss anything. Marty just sent a giant donation. I appreciate it, but I'm going to miss all the messages and all the cheers for like the next 3 minutes or so while I figure out how to combo with this deck here. So I have to do this, and I have to keep blinking. And I need to keep drawing cards now because eventually we're going to find Chord of Callings and stuff. I'm going to auto-yield to this and auto-yield to this. I don't think gets me in trouble. No, it shouldn't. Target this, target this. Target this, target this. Target this, target this. Target this, target this. This is, I can't, God, I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of, we could have won this. This is a much easier loop to explain in person. So we currently have arbitrarily large amounts of blue and green mana in paper, but I don't on Magic Online because it's Magic Online. All right, so now, turn off auto yields. I'm going to start targeting this and this. So I have this Chord of Calling now. And this Chord of Calling gets me all of my stuff. It gets me all of my stuff. So so we blink this. And now that's targeting that. I get to float this. Now I get to chord for Thragtusk here. And then Thragtusk gives us infinite health. So now that we draw the Chord of Calling, we get the Thragtusk and we start blinking Naru and the Thragtusk, and you make an arbitrary number of 3/3s and you gain infinite health. And then if they don't concede to that, you get Reflector Mage and you Reflector Mage their entire board. And if they don't concede to that, you get Acidic Slime and Acidic Slime all of their lands. And then you have infinite health, you've made infinite beasts, you've Reflector Maged all their creatures, and you've destroyed all of their lands. And they should be dead at that point. They should be dead at that point. This is a donation deck, but it's a deck that I've been working on in my head that Jack actually donated to get bumped towards the top of the queue. So this deck is... Damn it, Jack. Fuck you. I'm going to play this deck in Indy, aren't I? This deck is way too fucking sweet to not play. God damn it. God damn it. Fuck. I thought for sure I wasn't going to play a Chord deck in Indy next month. I thought for sure I wasn't gonna. I was sure I wasn't registering fucking Chord of Calling next month, and here I am, chat. Here I am. This is where I'm at with my life. My life. It is much. You're not wrong. It is much easier to play this in paper than a Magic Online. To set the bar exceedingly low. God, that's. Well, this is really bad, but we're going to keep... Spellstutter Sprite is definitely one of my loves, too. This is the problem. Oh, God. You want to talk about best cards to have on top of your deck? Let me tell you about my friend Birds of Paradise. Let me tell you about my friend Birds of Paradise. My birds and I, we go way back. Way back. Oh, geez, are they on a one-lander? Profaner's gonna be real fucking good if they're on a one-lander. They are on a one-lander. Alright. Maybe you'll get lucky and they'll unban pod. This is gonna be like double time walk here, which is great. It's very possible that the Exalted is pretty meaningless in this deck, and that I should just be playing. And I should just be maxing out on birds because flying blockers are valuable in certain matchups. Alright, well, we don't have a lot going on, but we get to send their board back to their hand. This is the Reed Profaner of the Dead pause here. For those unfamiliar, this can exploit itself. So, sound effects are free of charge. Oh, it's with toughness less than, huh? Toughness less than. I thought it was less than or equal to, so we missed the Noble Sentinel here. I guess if they hit a land tier because they kept this, they actually get to vomit their hand back out here, which kind of sucks. Do you have an opinion on Unsleeved Media? Yeah, he's an asshole who got what he deserved. He's really good at being a professional victim. To have a mini rant on Unsleeved Media. He's really good at painting himself to be a victim. Read my donation. Oh, thank you, Marty. Thank you for the reminder, sorry. This donation is a bit impromptu. You the real MVP. I mean, to give credit where credit is due, Unsleeved Media is very fucking good at what he does. He knows he's manipulating people, but the people he's manipulating aren't smart enough by and large to realize that they're being manipulated. I believe we're dead, but we got to Profaner of the Dead them to buy a turn at least, so we got that going for us. I mean, I hope he watches that. I hope he watches that. God bless him. He's made videos about me before. He's made videos about everybody. He's clickbait. He's like living, walking, alt-right clickbait. Like, and honestly, I don't even know where he stands politically because again, like, he's just making money off of kicking up shit, and he's very good at kicking up shit. He almost certainly knows exactly what he's doing, and he's very good at it. You should be very glad. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you should save yourself the headache and don't worry about it. This is my 5-3. If you have nothing else, it might be amazing. I need, like, Eternal Witness. I need them to, like, have nothing and then, like, pick my Profaner back up here, potentially. And, like, maybe stabilize the board that way. My shirt is psychedelic because the things are weird on the stream overlay. Without feeling oppressed. You know what? If people are making you feel oppressed for the things you're saying, maybe you should rethink about the things you're saying and go, oh, maybe I'm being an asshole. A lot of the things that he does that makes he paints himself as a victim for feeling oppressed is because he's a fucking jagoff and he deserves to be shown the door. Whenever somebody cries free speech about something, you have to stop and think and go, huh, the only defense they have for the things they're saying is that it's literally not illegal for them to say it. Huh, it's probably means they're saying something shitty. Demeritating a thought not like effect. You have the OP go through the deck. I mean, I think gaining infinite life, making infinite 3/3s, bouncing their board, and destroying all their lands is plenty. Those do different things. Cataclysmic Gearhulter is a deck that destroys both players' boards. Profaner of the Dead is one-sided. I have no idea if we have outs. We're going to take draw steps here, though. We've now been... Is this the first time Master Naru has ever been Stain the Mind? Free speech means you can't be jailed for the things that you say. It doesn't mean other people have to listen to your bullshit. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that private organizations and individuals have to put up with you and continue to listen to the things that you're saying. Probably dead. Or keep making land drops. We're at that on board. We could hit a series of good ones. Like, we had a Ghostly Flicker here. Like, we blink Thragtusk and Wall of Omens now and, like, get some velocity going. Yeah, we're dead to basically anything here. Is that anything? Is that lethal? That's probably lethal. It's like 7, putting me down to 5. I can block 4 things. We're actually not dead on this attack, so that's nice. Reflector Mage. Am I supposed to Reflector Mage this? I think I am. Just so, like, they can't kill me with it next turn. That's got to be pretty unlikely, right? If they, like, just have another one in their hand. Yeah, I'm just going to send Arc Druid back to their hand. I think if they have another one of those, I'm okay dying. Like, if I mage this, it prevents them from playing another one and killing me. Which is nice. We're going to just play a second one and kill me. Yeah. Yeah, it's possible I should have done that. But, like, then I, like, have to draw, like, exactly Mystic Snake. Or Ghostly Flicker. Yeah, we were going to die anyways. That's not bad considering we, like, mulliganed to 5 and didn't have anything going on. Not bad. Not bad. There's a deck list on your screen. That card was Profaner of the Dead. Modern staple Profaner of the Dead. No, that's not true. So, like, playing a deck like this on Magic Online, and this is one of the things about being, you know, content-driven and, like, not, like, moto ticket-driven, is that, like, if we win a game, if we would have effectively won a game that, like, we time out of or, like, didn't click through efficiently because of Magic Online, like, I can count that as a win in my book. So, like, you can still test decks like this on Magic Online, assuming you're willing to go, oh, I'm gonna lose tickets here that I wouldn't have lost in real life. That seems okay. I don't know about great, but it's okay. I definitely, like, need some more lands, or ideally, like, Coiling Oracles or Wall of Omens. Yeah, there's a number of changes. The biggest change is I don't have Path to Exiles in the main deck, and I have more copies for my Ghostly Flickers, or more targets for my Ghostly Flickers. I have a Kataki in my board still, right? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I would love a 2-drop or an Eternal Witness here. Even a Reflector Mage wouldn't be bad. I would like something that I can cast this turn, ideally. It's not Ghostly Flicker. But I specified that's not Ghostly Flicker. Probably dead. Yeah, this is, like, quickly reminding me that, like, what Creature Toolbox decks are. These decks are so sweet when they're good, and, like, when you just, like, sit here and draw, like, do-nothing cards, they feel really bad. What else is interesting? I'm not sure that I want more 3-drops, though. Like, you can only play so many 3-drops in Modern. Like, look at our hand. Our decks are, like, already full of so much clunk. Like, the thing people love to do that play these style of decks that, like, I did for a long time that, like, works hard to rein in when I'm, like, taking suggestions from chat is that, like, people just, like, love to shove infinite clunky shit into these decks. And it's just like, well, you just can't do that or you're just gonna die. Like, Modern is a format. Modern is a format full of like decks that are just like hyper efficient that are killing you before you can cast most of these cards. Voice of Resurgence I don't think is a very good Magic card right now in the current format. Maybe it's never been a good Magic card. I also think you just like want to be, if we're playing for Ghostly Flickers, we need to like maximize every slot we're playing by maxing out Ghostly Flicker, and Voice of Resurgence doesn't do that. That's a fair and balanced Magic card. So I'm taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here, 11. I believe we're just dead. Let's take our next turn to start just to confirm though. Because even if I hit a land here, I'm probably still dead, right? Yeah. If we would have hit our lands on time, we probably would have been able to maybe have Acidic Slime impact, but definitely too slow otherwise. So Snake's bad, Profaner's good, Sage is good, Linvala is fine. Kataki's great, obviously. Path to Exile is, like, probably fine. Nissa is bad. Scavenging Ooze is bad. Selfless Spirit's fine. Is this a matchup where I want to trim some copies of Ghostly Flicker? I just, like, don't have room for more 3-drops. There's just, like, I'm, like, trying to max out the effect of Ghostly Flicker in the deck, and I just feel like I don't have room for more of these cards. Can I get rid of Thragtusk? It's our only way to gain health here, but, like, Acidic Sliming their entire board is probably fine. Wall doesn't really do much in terms of, like, interacting with their board, but, like, I need effects like Wall to power Chord of Calling and to make Ghostly Flicker playable. So you are correct, Chad is correct in the assessment that Wall of Omens doesn't accomplish much to interact with my opponent's board, but I think it's a necessary evil for just, like, the cost of, like, being able to have Ghostly Flicker be a playable card. I guess this gets better when I'm bringing in Path to Exile. Yeah, Selfless Spirit could go. It's, like, okay at blocking, but it's probably not necessary. Spawn of Hussar with the $10 donation. Thanks, bud. $10 reduced to put the vintages we previously discussed in the queue. Sounds good, sounds good, sounds good. Thanks for the support, bud. We'll get that added. Yeah, so, like, in practice, it works out a lot better than when you describe it, because the idea is that, like, a lot of our cards are just, like, reasonable Magic cards on their own. So, like, basically Naru is the only card we're playing that's, like, mostly unplayable when you draw it on its own. And, like, the rest of the cards we're playing, even Ghostly Flicker to a degree, provide enough value and utility that when you draw them individually, your individual cards are still reasonable. So, like, the cost of playing the deck is you have to play 2 copies of Naru, basically. LelM27, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. And there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. I do appreciate it. Makes me twitchy that there's no Muldrifter in this Ghostly Flicker deck. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think, like, the Fairies decks that I've been testing are a lot smoother than this deck by and large. Got Renegade Rallier to essentially ramp. So it does, Renegade Rallier is not guaranteed ramp is the issue. And it's generally worse than Eternal Witness when you're Ghostly Flickering, so I think I'd rather prioritize a bunch of Eternal Witnesses rather than Renegade Rallier. The best thing is playing Kataki in paper and people just, like, draw their card for the turn and you're just like, alright, throw your board in the discard pile. I mean, to set the bar really low, I think there's a good chance this deck is, like, better than Kiki Chord and, like, better than Angel Chord and better than, like, the other Creature Toolbox decks that we played on stream recently. That doesn't make it good, but I think it's, like, better than some of the other bad decks I could be playing. A more old man yelling at the clouds, right? Yeah, the Galvblast. do. That's fine. I think that bought us enough time. That hopefully bought us enough time to get going here. We have these Path to Exiles to buy us a little bit of time as well. Work our way into a Chord of Calling for an Eternal Witness to pick our Kataki back up and, like, continue giving them giant middle fingers to this guy. I'm gonna fetch a Hallowed Fountain with this. Again, we just want to prioritize getting a triple blue mana in case we draw Flicker plus Naru. They don't have a whole lot going on, believe it or not. Deal. Getting back Kataki is not even that good here, is it? Just, like, doesn't even really accomplish much. Like, they don't really have anything meaningful in play. So this is probably Chord for Witness, pick Chord back up. Just, like, give me some utility, just, like, get a free body into play. I get, like, Spell Pierced here, but I think that's fine. Oh no, not Vault Scourge. You got me. You have one card left here. Did I miss a comment? Is this a list you've worked on? This is someone's donating for me to play this, but this is a list that I'm working on. I've got a few different ideas. I'm a sucker for a shitty toolbox deck. And another Eternal Witness. Don't mind if it does. This probably just wants to pick up Kataki, right? Probably. I guess this lets me chord for something else. This lets me chord for... This lets me chord for, like, Acidic Slime. 5, 6, 7. I guess I'm just passing. Do I want to chord for Slime? You just get Rex Sage too. Yeah, I'll probably just get Rex Sage. I mean, if I had Tireless Trackers in my deck, they wouldn't even... In my 75, they wouldn't be in my deck right now. So, like, I don't think it would really accomplish much talking about having one of those. Like, it's not a card you leave in against Affinity. Did I bring in Linvala? I did bring in Linvala. Maybe we just chord for Linvala. Just, like, gobble up this Vault Scourge when they attack here. Well, they're not really going to attack, right? I have this Township. Linvala plus Township just, like, ends this game really quickly. So let's just do that. You just... Every card you put in your Magic deck in Modern that costs more than 2 mana has a real cost associated with it. So... They could have had Galvanic Blast here. That's a card they could reasonably be holding. You'd have to have 2 Ghostly Flickers in order for that to work. What's going on, Aner? Good evening. If you have a Naru on board and 2 Flickers, you can combo. I think Linvala is just good in general. If you're playing a toolbox deck, she's probably worth having around. Pick this Chord of Calling back up. Again, just like people keep suggesting cards that cost like 3 and 4 mana. Just like, you know, you're gonna die with some of those cards in your hand, chat. You're gonna die with those cards in your hand in so many games of Magic. Just like I'm just sitting over here trying not to die with cards in my hand, chat. Alright, so if I attack with everything, it's 4, 7, 10, 11, 12, so they'll have to jump block here. I'm just gonna smush and then activate this township. Read Ghostly Flicker and then think about the interaction with Spellqueller. Ghostly Flicker, Spellqueller is not a place you want to be in life. Ghostly Flicker, Mystic Snake, however, if you have Ghostly Flicker with Mystic Snake and Wall of Omens, you get to build your own Cryptic command, and it's just delish. Quite fantastic. I love playing for Eternal Witnesses. If we can talk about things that I enjoy for a moment. This curve's actually, like, this is almost a not embarrassing curve post board. Right? Like, it's almost like an adult built this deck. Fatso with the 13-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate it. Budget Eternal Command. Zeramas with the 21-month resubscription. Thanks, folks, and welcome back. Good evening. Glad to have people here. I didn't think we'd have that many people. There's the Standard Super League going on tonight. I got almost 400. That's awesome. Thanks for dropping by. It's almost an adult number of 4 evs. You're not wrong. Whew. 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 I got a mana creature on one, chat. Whew. But still my heart. But still my heart, I got a mana creature on one. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. I tried to watch the Standard Super League last week, and I turned it on, and it was a Chain Whirler mirror, and I just, like, sat there, and then I turned it off. It's just like, never mind. This is boring. I really like the Modern Super League. They should just do more of that. They should do more Modern Super League. If they did Modern Super League, I'd never stream during that. I'd watch it. I don't have many bits, but I have these. Indie Terror, thank you for the support. Let me know if there's a deck in the queue you'd like to bump with those 100 bits. I appreciate it. I mean, like, Randy's not on for every match. I don't mind Bueller. I don't mind Bueller that much. This is a good start for us out of them. They just have, like, turn 2 Steel Overseer. We get to Reflector Mage it back to their hand. Like, just back from whence he came. They have to have, like, a Plating or a Steel Overseer or a Ravager here, right? Yeah, and, like, say what you will about, like, whether or not you like the things that actually come out of Randy's mouth. Like, he's very energized, and he brings a good energy to the coverage that he's doing. I definitely think he's not always 100% the most knowledgeable in everything he's doing, but he's very enthusiastic, and that's something that's important to have for coverage, especially for a game like Magic, because Magic is a game that can be kind of dull at times, even when the games are good. So having someone that can bring big energy to the game that's being played is important and valuable, in my opinion. So I'm going to fetch a basic island here, and I'm going to cast Coiling Oracle. Yeah, he's a hype guy. He's like the hype guy. And like he's played a lot of Magic. Like he's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I agree. A very, very similar role to what Rich does. I think both Rich and Randy in that style of personality is valuable to have on coverage. Something that you want to keep in mind, too, when you're playing this deck is that Ghostly Flicker along with a basic land can effectively cost you 2 mana, because remember, you can blink a land with it. Oh no, they bolted the bird. That's sad. Especially since we don't have a land drop yet for next turn. I guess if I'm going to miss my land drop, I get to witness back a fetch land. Yeah, and again, like, I have a hard time getting, like, too down on, like, people, like, shitting on one commentator or another, because, like, a lot of what you like out of a commentator is, like, very subjective, I think. Please hit a land naturally so I can play this Reflector Mage. Please hit a land naturally so I can play this Reflector Mage. I might have to play the Reflector Mage regardless, honestly. Land, please. I think I just have to play the Eternal Witness here. Yeah, I think Wizards GP coverage has come a fantastically long way. I think it's in a very good spot. Man, that feels bad. If they have another Galvanic Blast here, they might kill my Noble Hierarch. Like, they kept kind of a medium slow hand, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have a second piece of interaction here. If they do kill the Noble Hierarch, I'm really glad that I chose to get a fetch land back this turn. Yeah. Really a shame we didn't hit the land naturally, so that I could... If we would have hit the land naturally, I think we would have been in a pretty amazing spot this game, but the fact that I had to spend my Eternal Witness getting the land is pretty bad for us. I guess it depends on like how much more pressure they have here. If they put like 2 creatures into play this turn, the Steel Overseer is really scary, but if they only have like 1 more creature to add to the board right now, it won't be too terrible. It's gonna be an Etch Champion or a Master of Ethereum. Master, yep. At least we're not getting attacked this turn, so we've got that going for us. Really just want to draw a land next turn. Really just want to draw a land. I think there should be 24 lands in this deck. I don't know. We have 8 cantrip guys. Ding. Alright, so what am I doing here? So I have a couple of lines here. I could just Reflector Mage the Master of Ethereum, which puts us like in an okay spot, I think, just because they're so far behind on mana, like they're choked on resources. I already played a land for the turn. I could also just like plan to block plus Ghostly Flicker, but I think I want to get the Reflector Mage into play because getting the Reflector Mage onto the battlefield gives these Ghostly Flickers in my hand a lot more utility moving forward because it allows me to like turn every Ghostly Flicker into a removal spell basically, or a pseudo removal spell. I could Ghostly Flicker and then Reflector Mage, but I feel like I'm kind of at a point where I can afford to try and get a little bit more value out of these flickers. Yeah, it's a shame this slime isn't Rec Sage. I don't know that we have enough time to dirtle around to get slime. I did see that in Ironics. I think the big problem with Mud in Modern is just that, like, Chalice of the Void isn't very good. I would describe it as marginally less bad. This Cranial Plating's about to be a beating. Vault Scourge, that one's not a beating. Can't recast Master of Ethereum. That's not how magic works. Fuck me. Well then. We have to draw a green source here. If we draw a green source, we could be in this game still. If we don't draw a green source, we're dead. I guess I get to take a second shot at a green source here, kind of. I think I want to just send this back from where it came from. Alright, so I want to prioritize getting more blue mana here. Put this into play. Pass. Maybe we can recover here. Maybe. Only get me for 1 league? Maybe. Depends on how this league goes and how long it takes. I didn't attack because the damage doesn't matter. We're probably not winning this game with damage. I wasn't thinking about it. I was like trying to figure out how I'm going to live. No, I should have attacked. It was 2 free points. Because I want to guaranteed draw the card from Coiling Oracle, and if I hit a land, I'm able to play the Noble Hierarch like I did. No, because they can shoot down our stuff with the Gear Up Your Aether Grid, potentially. I have no idea what any of our matchups are like. I've played half a league with the deck. Okay, so they can only shoot for 1 here, which is good for us. This Acidic Slime gets to block a little bit too, which is nice. What's going on, Phoenix Lands? If we hit an untapped land, we can Acidic Slime plus Ghostly Flicker this turn, which would be great. It's a tapped land. That's still better than nothing, I guess. So you get to cast this and shoot this. Just gonna leave my board back. I don't think the damage is relevant. I think once we start winning this game, we're gonna win it by a lot. We're gonna be winning it by a lot or losing it by a lot. I think if they attack with the Master this turn, I'm probably chumping with the Noble Hierarch. Am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. All right. So if we draw Naru, we win. Naru and Chord of Calling both let us win the game. Yeah, Naru and Chord of Calling both let us win the game. Eternal Witness is also a pretty good win. Eternal Witness isn't combo win the game, but it's pretty good. Gonna take 6 upstairs. Go to 6. This Ghostly Flicker should keep us alive for another turn at least. So we've got that going for us. We got 6 draws to win the game, though. That's not one of them. And, like, the awkward part here now is that because we missed it, we're going to have to burn the Ghostly Flicker to survive, which means we can no longer combo next turn because we won't have the Ghostly Flicker in our hand anymore. You go infinite with Thragtusk or Acidic Slime and Reflector Mage, and you draw your whole deck, and then at some point they'll figure it out and concede. So what's my best line here? They're going to have plenty of flying attackers next turn. I have to destroy Master of Ethereum, blink Overseer, return Overseer now, right? Otherwise I'm dead, because if they get an Overseer activation, I just lose the game. I think that's the case. Pretty sure that's the case. Right, because this is... Yeah, if they get a thing on... Yeah, I just have to do this. Pretty sure I want to kill Master, bounce Overseer. Gavony doesn't really accomplish anything. That was a free attack again, kind of. There was a Master of Ethereum. Free-ish. Yeah, this is a matchup where having birds to block is really valuable. I don't know if there's that much affinity in the format right now, but this is like... In Kiki Chord, blocking with your birds came up in this a lot. So, like, Eternal Witness next turn lets me lets me Stone Rain them twice. I'm taking 3 here. Maybe that's good enough. Maybe Eternal Witness is enough to get us. No, double Stone Rain's not enough. I don't think we have any outs here. Kataki doesn't even do it, right? Kataki would almost do it. Kataki could potentially do it. They'd have to draw a mana-producing land. Or did take Galvanic Blast here, but we know they don't have Galvanic Blast because their last card is Steel Overseer. Thragtusk gives us a redraw. Like, Thragtusk into Eternal Witness or Thragtusk into Ghostly Flicker are both valuable. Tusk is still in my deck, right? Nope, Tusk is in my board like a big dumb stupid. Alright, I am very dumb. Should probably just never board that card out. Hey, look, we drew another land and we died anyways. Oh yeah, Profaner would have been the nut. Profaner would have been real fucking good here. Unfortunately, I bricked again and died. Clunky Chord deck's gonna clunk. God, the next just like infinite cards were gas. That's sad. That's sad. It is what it is. If we owe 3, I'm probably going to play a 4th. I think the Saints keep a wall in the draw. I'm sure they're going to be a Lightning Bolt deck and kill our Noble, but I like to keep hands like this. I've got some cantrips here. If you missed the rest of this league, you can find that on the YouTube channel later. There's also another league with this deck on the YouTube channel. You can evaluate that for yourself. Details on the Discord are here. Honestly, I'm not sure that Noble Hierarch is better than Birds. There's a non-zero chance that Birds is just better than Hierarch in this deck. So, to answer your question, yes. Playing 4 Birds is almost certainly fine. Alright, dealer. Alright, come on. Come on. We're gonna miss. Yep. That's been the story of the evening so far. Yeah, we've played Evolution Saheeli a number of times on stream. With Cobras, without Cobras, with 4 Felidars, with 1 Felidar. There's a bunch of it on the YouTube channel, Cracker. A whole bunch of it. And now they know we missed a land drops. They're gonna kill our Noble Hierarch. Just get super far behind. Yep. That makes their go for 4/5. So I can attack into my Wall of Omens. You can concede if we miss a land drop here. That's like the biggest dick punch of a land drop. I should have said White Source. I guess we'll take one more draw here. This deck does not really have a backup beatdown plan. 0/4 defenders don't really attack. After playing 7 matches with this deck, I think this deck's not any more or less bad than most of the creature combo decks in Modern. I don't think any of the creature combo decks in Modern are very good right now. I don't think they have been for a while. Yep. I think this deck's doing some neat things, and the games you get to combo are really awesome, and you have some really sweet lines to play to nice outs, but I think by and large, the power level of what we have going on here is just not fully there. It's interesting that they took Wall of Omens as opposed to Reflector Mage, because, like, if I hit a White Source, I was going to be able to cast Reflector Mage, and Reflector Mage is, like, real good tempo here. And this is just, like, a land drop, and it's a card that helps you go long as the game goes long. It's like, just like casting Borderland Ranger here is going to be pretty good. Very, very interested in like playing a forest. I don't think Pod would be that good in the current format. Yeah, it's going on Bionic. I wonder if Grixis Death Shadow would be moved back, right, with Marty being so big, people are lighting on spot removal. Now, I think getting too metagamey like that is generally a bad idea in Modern. They must have a stub, right? That's why they took the Reflector Mage and not the Flicker. I would love to snag a forest here. And like Grixis Death Shadow by and large is not good against decks like Mardu because they have a lot of chump blockers and they have spot removal to hurt you when you try and go wide. I probably don't want to attack them because they're probably a Death Shadow deck, right? So let's not help them. Honestly, I think if they unban Birthing Pod, it would probably be a Seedrino value deck. That's what it was moving towards at the end of the last season. They have a Snapcaster Fatal Push for my Reflector Mage here. That makes sense. That's why they didn't care about the Ghostly Flicker. Ghostly Flicker still draws a card with Wall of Omens and like draws a forest with Nissa, so that's nice. Banner Restricted is July 2nd, so yeah, next week. I mean, like, the power level of formats like Modern don't decrease as the formats gain more cards in them. So, like, people are, like, shit at evaluating Magic cards in the context of the format that they're in. People are just like, this card's busted somewhere, so it's busted everywhere. Just, like, a complete ignoramus to the fact that, like, the format and the context of the games you're playing and the other cards that are legal is, like, really important. People just, like, love to pigeonhole and focus on the fact that, like, it was good somewhere, so it has to be good everywhere, basically. Chic, with the 6-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate that. Half a year. Have a training sword. In 6 more months, you'll get a real one. I think Wizards will ban Ancient Stirrings. I think trying to predict what Wizards of the Coast will do with their ban list is like slamming your hand in the car door. It doesn't feel very good, and it's going to leave you frustrated afterwards. You can quote me on that one. It doesn't feel very good. That's a rather grotesque analogy. I mean, you didn't say it was a wrong analogy though. That's what I care about. Was it accurate? Great. Let's talk about it. All right, I think I'm just blocking here and eating 4. Is this about to be Culligan's Command myself? I think this is about to be Culligan's Command myself. Culligan's Command. They're going to Culligan's Command themselves and then make us discard a card. Or sorry, damn it. Yeah, shock themselves, make us discard a card. Yeah, people love to enjoy speculating on banner restricted stuff. Really, we're killing my Nissa. It's really interesting that they think that's going to matter. Oh, they're buying back Street Wraith. That's way better because they get to recycle. That's a much better line. This is why they're the Death Shadow player and I'm sitting over here. Do I want to just get Selfless Spirit here? Fuck yeah, I want to get Selfless Spirit here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Eat that, Culligan's Command. Joke's on you. If I had known I was going to do that, I would have jump blocked the Tarmogoyf here. Let's do it, chat. Yeah, damages. Damages now, yeah. What do I got here? What do I got? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. I need 10 to do this, so that's not enough. Yeah, the fact that we didn't get stubbed there is pretty impressive, honestly. I'm gonna blink these two. I want to stack this first, so that way... Oh, I wanted to stack that second, actually. I didn't get punished. I wanted to search for the forest before I drew. So I stacked those incorrectly, but didn't get punished, because this is a no justice stream. God bless. Unfortunately, this Nissa doesn't have another land to go get out of my deck, which kind of sucks. I guess I'm just going to pass here, and we'll go... Am I blocking this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6 mana. I think we're blocking plus Ghostly Flickering. Our 2 blockers. We're just like dead to Battle Rage. God, if I had $1 for every time I said that. Alright. I'm going for the Divination gain 9 here. Oh, this is the battliest of all the rage. I don't have anything in my deck to do anything here, right? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Y'all ready for this? Do 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 stubborn denial. Do 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 do. Oh, baby. That just fucking resolved. Oh, yeah. Bounce him, baby. Give him the big BW. Bounce it up. Up in here. Up in here. Do, 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 do. If we draw a land, we combo them. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, if we draw an untapped land here, we get to combo them. If we draw an untapped land here, we could combo them, depending on what they have here. It's a collective brutality. Smells like, hopefully, please be a delve threat. 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 Yes! Untapped land. Fuck. I guess Ghostly Flicker is pretty good as far as non-hits to go there, huh? I guess that's pretty good as far as non-hits go. Because it gives me redraws. Oh, I probably can't. Well, I know they don't have another team or battle rage. So they would have played it last turn, right? So I guess I'm going to take a hit here and just try and hit a land drop. Come on, come on. Yeah, alright, sweet. So we just need to live till next turn. And then if they don't have removal or a stub, we get to do our thing. Alright, well I'm going to double block here because I get to play around Battle Rage, but they must not have it, right? If they had Battle Rage, they would have done it. We know they have Death Shadow in their hand. Gosh, are we going to do it, chat? Are we going to do it? It feels like we're going to do it. I feel like it's about to happen. Can we just appreciate what's about to happen? No, don't Thoughtseize me. God bless, that one's fine. Do another stupid thing. Yeah, alright, so do this. I do get to flip Nissa over for the value. That's a Thragtusk. Well, that's nice. Alright, so we Ghostly Flicker. Target these two. Now we Naru. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Should have known, should have known, should have known again. Here it goes again. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. For those of you that haven't been here while we comboed, we now get an arbitrarily large number of all of our Into the Battlefield effects. We also have an arbitrarily large amount of green mana. Absolute Flips with the 5-month free subscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate that. Thanks for the continued support. Do 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 do. Beep, 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 beep. I'm gonna miss some messages during the next short sequence here because while I'm comboing, it's kind of time intensive. So got a lot of clicks to make here. And now we start drawing our deck. So I would like to target Naru and Coiling Oracle. And we also have infinite mana here with these lands because we get to untap those. The Coiling Oracle puts stuff into play. So, you know, opponent decides to kindly give up. God bless you, opponent. I want to put this extra Thragtusk in my deck. I'm going to cut this Mystic Snake. I think Nissa, it's a good chance Nissa's just not very good. God, can we just, like, take a moment and, like, pour one out for a Selfless Spirit and all it did that game? Because that card was fucking great. Reflector Mage was kind of the nut that game too, huh? Just, like, did the Lord's work? You definitely want these paths. What do I want to cut? What do I want to cut? What untaps our lands? Ghostly Flicker can target land, so you just like target a land and Naru, and then blink your land, and then float mana, and then blink your land again. Need 2 more cuts here for these other 2 Path to Exiles. Mystic Snake's an easy cut. I wonder if I just like cut the Acidic Slime. Probably don't need it in this matchup. Although it is like removal. Maybe a Chord of Calling. That probably seems fine. Yeah, I'm gonna submit and run to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back, folks. Thanks for hanging out. That was the game where we missed our land drop on 2-2, right? We missed our land drop on 2 that game, right? Okay, just checking. This hand has 7 lands in it. I'm going to keep. I like 7 landers. I like hands like this against decks full of discard spells because you just like get to cast every spell you draw. Fetch the old basic forest. You just started playing Modern pretty recently, Uncle, then? It wasn't that long ago. That deck was really good. Was not that long ago. I'm just gonna grab Coiling Oracle here, put that into play. Just like get going a little wide here, hit my land drops, draw some cards. Get like some bodies going for this Chord of Calling. One doesn't have a whole lot going on just yet. Oh, it's a little unfortunate. Probably fetch a Hallowed Fountain here. Again, we need triple blue for our combo turn. Guess maybe I should prioritize green. I have these Noble Hierarchs for blue. I mean, most of the decks people play in Modern are quite bad at all points. Like, Modern's a format about like picking the pet deck that you enjoy playing and then like playing a fuck ton of it. Like, most of the people who are like actual professional Magic players are going to be super hyperbolic when it comes to like talking about decks that are and aren't playable in Modern. They aren't used to playing formats like Modern. They're used to playing formats like Standard, where a deck being not tier 1 generally means it's unplayable. This is a format where you can play a deck that's got a bad matchup against the perceived best deck and then go an entire tournament without ever playing against that best deck. Alright, what the fuck am I doing here? So I can get a Thragtusk here. Is that just like the best line? And it's like chump block plus Thragtusk. I think that's the plan. I think the plan is like chump Shadow, chump Tarmogoyf, Chord for Thragtusk. But that's the thing you need to know about Modern is that there's not a winner's metagame. Look at the top results of a lot of these tournaments. There's so many different decks that are being successful at the tops of these tournaments. It's not like Standard where they're super narrow. I used the green screen over the weekend for the long stream stuff. I think I'm just courting for Thragtusk in response here. If I get Stubborn Denial, I'm going to lose this game regardless, so... Why am I a horse? The sub-icons now tell a story of Hoaglandia, Trey. Of people being hardworking peons with shovels and boots into a wooden training sword, into a shield to defend the realm, into a horse for knights. What is Hoaglandia? This what our glorious stream is built atop of. There's just... I think Renegade Rallier is worse than Eternal Witness in this deck, and you can just only play so many 3-drops. Because that's not what Naru does, Terminator. If that's what Naru did, that would be fine. But that's not what Naru's text box is. God, we were so fucking dead. Yeah, I'm just like trying to give you context of like what those people's mindset is like and like why Modern is different based on like what they're used to. Right. Well, jump block, go to 3, go to 5. Too many change a scurry. Change a scurry. Stop it. Stop it. Why'd you change? Gotta be scurry. Alright, so this is can I survive here? Yeah, I'm gonna have 2 blockers, right? 3 blockers. Get to witness back a Thragdad here. Let me tell you about these 4 Eternal Witnesses. Could you imagine if this Eternal Witness was a Renegade Rallier right now? How much worse this would be? I need someone to time out to cope with these changes. Timing people out is a coping mechanism. Don't judge me. Knight, thanks for the 10-month free subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So we're pretty dead to Battle Rage no matter how we slice it. Pretty sure I want to trade here. Did I just do this? I think I just do this. Alright, and they have Battle Rage, so it didn't matter. Call against command? Are they shocking themselves with Call against command? Or they're rebuying the Street Wraith with Call against command. That makes sense. They did this last game. I should have blocked. This was greedy. I should have blocked the Tarmogoyf. I should have blocked the Tarmogoyf with the Thragtusk. And then put the Coiling Oracle in front of the Death Shadow. I'd be in a better spot if that's what I did. If we'd have drawn action here, we might have been okay. Like double Reflector Mage could have done it. Land is definitely not going to do it. It's fine. We just take the 3rd game on the play here. The Horizon Canopy's been pretty good. It's possible we just like want more lands and more Horizon Canopies in the deck. Last Friday's stream was good. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. I don't know that I'm going to attempt 22 hours again. I think if we ever do any absurdly long streams again, they're going to be like 16 or 18 as a cut. Probably 16. I feel like 16 was about the point where my content declined significantly. This deck can make infinite mana, gain infinite health, and make infinite 3/3 beast tokens. Yeah, unban Stoneforge, unban Pod, unban Twin, unban Dig Through Time. Give everybody their toys back. Give everybody their toys back. I only had like 4 shots. I don't think I was really drunk at any point during the stream. Maybe we were feeling a little bit good at several points, but I think drunk's probably an overstatement. You can technically get infinite size D with Gavony Township. That's true. God. When I hear someone talk about cards like Stoneforge Mystic and Green Sun Zenith need to be banned on Reddit, I close my page. When people do it in my chat, I get to kick them out. Get out of here. Get out of here. Silly humans. I hate that humans are so annoying. They're just so terrified of change. They're so terrified of change. Just like any possible change is just like terrifying and scary to them. Just like there's so many people that are just like Twin was oppressive, and you'll just be like, did you play Modern when Twin was legal? And they'll be like, nah, bro, I started like a year ago. And it's like, well, fuck you. You have no idea what you're talking about. Just like, get out of here. Get out of here. If we need to ban anyone in Modern, it's we gotta ban Nass for competitive diversity. Fucking Matt Nass is a monster. That dude just like he should show when Matt Nash shows up to a Modern Grand Prix, the rest of the Grand Prix should like negotiate with him and be like, look, we'll give you the second place prize money if you don't play. Well, at least I get to Path to Exile this one. So this is kind of interesting. Do I want to path this or do I want to Reflector Mage it? It feels appealing to path this to me because I guaranteed don't get Stubborn denied here. But I also feel like there's a good chance they have another Death Shadow in their hand because they played it out here. I think I'm just going to jam the Reflector Mage, mostly because it's mana efficient. Yep, that is by and large true. A lot of the same people that tell me that cards that I suggest being unbanned shouldn't be unbanned, like they were the same people that told me that like Jason Bloodbraid Elf were too good and they were certain that those cards were too good. And just like the same idiots that just like can't learn that like maybe they need to reevaluate things or just like add it again. Trey with the sub gift. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. What do we get here? We get another Death Shadow. Got a Snapcaster Mage. Sure. I guess I'm just passing. Ah, fuck it. Let's go. Wow, they don't have another one. That's good for us. Huh, so this is interesting. I think I just jammed this path here. I forgot to fetch. Didn't matter, it looks like. Green Sunzy, the slots of the Titan shift and kills everything. That's definitely what would happen. You are not wrong that is what would happen. I wonder what's in their hand. Their hand just must be a bunch of spot removal, huh? They have Snapcaster. Are they gonna snap dismember my Reflector Mage? Is that what about what about to happen here? We're about to go to 3, kill this Reflector Mage. He's dead, Jim. He's dead. You did him real dirty. No, you're riding a horse. Do you see how there's a sword next to your horse? That's you on the horse's back. You are a knight riding your horse into combat to rid Hoglandia of mouth breathers. It's a pretty big Death Shadow. Worth noting, they don't have red mana. It's a lot of fucking Death Shadows. I would like to draw a land here so I can have a Thragtusk. That is, nothing embodies unplayable Kiki Chord decks, like hoping to draw a land and then drawing another spell that doesn't do anything. That is like the true embodiment of what these decks are and what they do consistently is that they draw an unplayable card. Yeah. We're going to revisit this at some point in the future, but I don't have the heart to play another match with this build. I'm going to have to, like, think on what we have and think about what I want to do with it. I mean, to be fair, this deck probably isn't any worse than Kiki Chord was. I top 8 at a lot of tournaments with that deck.